Lisa Fry, the Catholic unschooler, homeschooler in my rent-a-car. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. That's my rent-a-car. Schooler. Did I finish that? All right. Anyway, I hope I get that right. So today is a big day. I'm going to get a checkup for my daughter. Her blood work has to happen every month. So that's where we go today. This Thursday, she's having her hip replaced. So anyway, all right. I guess I will talk to you later. And God bless you all. And keep going. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-lie. All right, even though this is going to be after the fact, please say a prayer because God is an all-time that Sarah, my youngest, her numbers are great for her blood work, okay? And those of you that are new, it's because she has been going through cancer treatments, has passed the test, and we have to come once a month for the first year. And for the next 5 years, it spaces out though over the years. Thank you. Hey, we made it. What's amazing is the things that you go through, and then when when you're going through it, you're just a disastrous mess a lot of the time. But when you finally get to the other side, you're like, wow. Like I had to remind myself today, I was like getting nervous about something, and I was like, Lisa, come on. You have been through so much harder times than these. You can do it because it always works out. That's what I am seeing, is like everything works out. It just does. I used to say to Mr. Fry all the time, my late husband. I used to say, hey, when he'd get upset about something, I'd say, we solve problems here. That's what we do. And it's still true, All right. Pray for us. Thank you. I love my rent-a-car. I do. It has so many safety features. Like, I absolutely love it. Oh. Yeah. You can't even lock your keys in the car if you tried. I love it.
Welcome. There are no contacts in the ground floor cashier's office in order to access. Thank you. Doors opening. Okay, enter.
This is the next day. I'm sorry I didn't finish recording the hospital visit. It's kind of uncomfortable for other people, including my daughter, to record. So I just show you that I am going there. And look at, this is the Bun. I thought, let me just hang out with him in the kitchen. And while we're listening to all the Blue Jays, while they're eating all the peanuts that I put out. But I wanted to say something to you, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, that we're getting ready for hip replacement. So for my daughter, who is 16, due to cancer treatments. So I am putting the Bun, Mr. Buns, his name is Miffy, here on the island so that he can enjoy. And there's the Mister over there. And we're listening to the crows. I have 2 crow friends. I call them my you say girlfriend. I call them crow friend. And we're listening to them because they're outside and they're eating the peanuts. And we're together. And I don't know. I just want to be together. It's fun to make your house a home. And I got my kids coming downstairs talking to me. And it's just, Lord, let this always be that I can just be an ever presence in this home and that I don't need to go to work. I love life coaching and I love, doing this Airbnb thing in Grafton. I just want to forever stay home. I want to be that grandmother that makes the meatballs except, I don't know, do I really want to do the meatballs these days? But you know what I mean. The macaron, Yes, bunnies, yes. This is my bun. Always be good to the bunnies because bunnies are the sweetest animals on the planet. Yes, and they will attack if they have to, but he doesn't really ever have to, right, bunnies? He's the best. So never, never, never hurt the bunnies. Not even for food. No, they're the very best. Right, bunnies? Yes, bunnies is 8. Yes, he is. He's 8. Hear the crows? My crow friend. Yeah, so I was trying to tell you that tomorrow is the day that I go in for the hip surgery for my daughter. And it's just like, what 16-year-old is looking forward to that? This will be her second one, and it's really crippling her right now because the ball joint in her hip is no longer perfectly round. It's collapsing because the veins can't always supply. Some of them are damaged. They can't supply the blood to the bone. So it's collapsing and it hurts really, really bad, like really bad. And now is the time. I'm thinking to myself just now, I just want to share this with you because maybe you're thinking things like this, but I'm like, okay, I can't get too stressed out, right, about the surgery. Like, who doesn't get nervous about that to some level, right? And I'm like, Lisa, we've done harder things than this, you know? We went through the death of my husband, the unexpected death. We went through cancer treatments, and that is a huge, like, by myself. Like, when I say by myself, I had so much support. It was the most wonderful thing. And I had Dr. God, and I had all the beautiful saints in heaven helping me, guiding me, praying for me, and taking this cancer back to hell where it belongs. And trying to take care of the home front, all, when I say by myself, I mean like on the daily, right? So like, yeah, the daily, like you're talking to your friends and they're supporting you. They come to your house, they go to the hospital, they're texting you, the phone calls, like endless supply of that. But when you wake up every morning, you're alone. You know what I mean? You're going to the hospital. You're never alone. You know what I mean, right? I'm talking about that. I'm just talking about the human contact, like having that spouse with you, supporting you, making sure that, wow, while you're at the hospital, somebody here, I know my kids were here, but that real support of a husband, you know what I mean? That was no more, and like this was like within 3-year period. It was of losing him and then going through this cancer. But so I'm trying to figure out like this whole Grafton starting an Airbnb given to me by God. Prayer. And so I'm like, okay, I have to make this phone call because I found these little penthouse camper kind of treehouse looking things. I'll show you here. And I have to call and, you know, I have to figure out math things now, and I have to call my financial advisor, and I have to like, you know, plan out the next step because I got approved for my 3rd cabin. My sister texted me last night. She was at the board meeting. I was just like, you're kidding me. She goes, did you put in a 3rd one? I was like, yes. She goes, you've been approved. I'm like, no way. So I'm just like, wow. So I have to make sure that my finances are right. I'm going into this blindly. Oh yes. Except for that God gave it to me. So I am assuming, I am relying on, he says he sustains the widow. So here I am. And so now I have to call and ask questions. How much of these penthouse things? And I'm talking to another builder guy that I just met. And so I don't know what I'm doing. I just keep going. So usually they fly away when they hear somebody, but they don't fly away when they hear my voice because those are my crow friends. I told them they gotta hurry up. I actually advised them. I said, you can't wait too long because crows are extremely cautious where they would rather let everybody else come and eat all the food that you put out for them than just fly right down. But I told them, you can't wait. Yeah, and you hear my voice and you're still there, and usually only one stays and the other one flies away because the only one trusts me. However, now I'm confused because now they're both staying when they hear my voice. Yay! Except the one I know has white on his chest. I can't believe they're not leaving when I talk. And I'm talking loud, huh, honey? And they see me in the window and they're still not flying away. Those are my crow friends. This one always grabs like 3 of them, and they're very smart. Sometimes they put it in the water over there near the bush. Yeah, isn't that something, huh? Oh, I love you guys. Wow, there's one on the pole up there. So there's 3. And in the winter, you got to see there's like hundreds. Like, I'm not kidding. And then when the spring comes, boom, they're gone, and only 1 came back, and then there was 2. Now that it's getting a little bit cooler out, there are 3. How are we doing, Buns? Huh? How are you doing? Oh, this is my bunny boy. I love this bunny. I like when you're in here with me. I know it's probably your bedtime, but I really, really, really like it when you're here with Nana. I do. I do. You're a good boy. So yeah, we're trying to figure out the costs of everything. So I'm on Facebook talking to this guy, and he's saying to me that the window that I'm looking for, so these are the things that I am doing all the time, right? He's saying that the window size, I'm looking for a really large window. So there's 2 people, so 4, imagine being in a cabin and you're both like laying there, and so there's 2 of you, 4 by 8. That's an awfully large. Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second. So you're gonna think. So this is how I do things. I've never done it with the string before. So each cabin from now on will be 10 by 10. And I figure they sell these couches, or I can just have floor mats, whatever, the sleeping arrangements. They can just take their, I can buy a couch that folds out. They make them very easy, breezy, light, not like the heavy ones that you would have in your own home. And then they can have a sitting area like that. Or, so this is 6 feet, okay? So I can make something like this. They could fold it up, right? And then they can look out the window the rest of the day. They can usually leave it like that, but there's so much room. And I was thinking right here, make it so this is a table. This whole area is a window, mind you, okay? So we don't want to take up a lot of space. So what if this is a table that folds down, like the tables that come down, the beds that come down. This could be a table that just is one long piece. You just put it down, and then the same thing for a lower bench. You just put it down, and then you can sit together and eat, 2 people. All of this is walking space, right? And you can come in that door, right? There's a door right here, okay? And this can also be a nice comfortable chair. So yeah, you're not walking around big time, you know what I mean? But it's a cute little, I think, a wonderful idea. See? All right, so I'm not gonna take a nap, although you never know what's gonna happen. But while I wait, I've done all my work for the Airbnb today that I could. And so now I'm waiting for a contractor to call me, and I am letting my plantain for my banana ice cream thaw out just a little bit. I'm taking a rest. I've worked a good 6 hours. I went for a walk with Linda for 40 minutes, and I am just, because it's healthy. See? And then you get back on track, and then you keep pressing on. And then tomorrow is the day for my Sarah. Please pray. Thank you. La 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 la. Hi ho the dearie-o, da 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 da, and many more. I just got off the phone with one of my new handymen. Now I have 3 handymen. Yes, I just talked to the one that I saw on Facebook Marketplace. Wow, I'm so excited. And we met, and not in person, but we met on the phone, and we keep going back and forth on Facebook, and he loves the ideas that I have, and he's like, yeah, we'll work with this, with that. I'll give you a quote in the next few days. I'll sit down, I'll send that thing to you. So I'm just like rocking and rolling over here, okay? We're making things happen. I said, if you and I figure that we like working together, we could just keep going. And he's like, I like the idea. So 6:08. Good morning, everyone. What's going on? You want to eat something? What are we doing awake? It's still dark outside a little bit. What are we doing, honey? Good morning. We are getting ready. Ooh. we are getting ready to go to the hospital for my daughter and her hip surgery. That's right. This will be her second one, and she's gonna feel so much better when all is said and done. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So why am I up? We don't have to leave here till 7:30, but I'm gonna put together my own lunch. I am going to fast. Not that we should really be talking about fasting with other people when you're doing it, but as a, this is my ministry, is to show you that what we do as Catholics, what you can do is that because my daughter cannot eat until after her surgery, I'm gonna join her in her suffering and offer it up. And God says that some demons, some anything, all this here with the spiritual world cannot be resolved unless you pray and fast. So in very serious matters like this, you know, I want the best for her. So I will fast and I will pray. You see, I can do the rosary while I'm waiting for her. And then I will feast with a beautiful lunch. I was thinking about making Brussels sprout salad where you don't cook it. And meaning raw, ready. There we go. Hello. And so let me get busy with that and take care of all the animals. And I'm not staying the night. She doesn't want me to, so that's fine. She'll order food and act like it's a nice apartment, and then she'll be home tomorrow. That's that simple. The doctor's so good. He's so calm. He's so nice. All right. I got the bunnies here on the counter, or the island, and while I make my Brussels sprout, I feel like I haven't had many greens, if any, lately. So Bunny's joining me while I make my lunch. I just discovered something awesome by accident. So I keep my ginger, when I have an overload of it, in the freezer. And whenever I grate it, when it's not frozen, it seems to be more difficult. But I did it while it was frozen. It was shaving off like wildfire. It was awesome. So I highly recommend it. I won't keep it in the refrigerator anymore. Freezer. Right, Bunny? You're a great assistant. We're almost done. I'm showing him the harmonica because I was just making noise with it. Harmonica bunnies. It's good to let them see things. That's how they get all their curiosity out. And any animal.